So I spoke at the school board meeting a month ago. As I said the words, I was born gay, a heckler shouted, "You can choose to become gay if you want, but leave the kids out of it." Being gay is in many ways like being left-handed. Sexual orientation and handedness are both set in stone before birth. Less than a century ago, it was common practice for left-handed kids to be forced to write with their right hand. But nobody today says that handedness is a choice. Years ago, my Catholic faith was a core part of my identity. It meant so much to me. But it also told me that all sexual activity outside of heterosexual marriage was sin, and that being gay was an intrinsic disorder that, while not itself a sin because it's not a choice, predisposes one to sin. I did not receive sex education in Catholic schools. I had no preparation for dating, for setting boundaries, for noticing dangerous situations. I was 18 years old when I started at Michigan State University in 2011. I would have gone through a sexual assault and relationship violence program mandatory for all freshmen and transfer students. But because I had enough college credits from AP classes that I didn't count as a freshman, I slipped through the cracks. So did my perpetrator. When I met an openly gay student in the dorms at MSU, I found myself drawn to him. He pursued me as I was navigating the tension between the inflexible theology of my church and the part of who I am that I could not change. On September 21st, 2011, I was with him in his dorm room. That's where he sexually assaulted me. I did not know how to clearly set boundaries, and he hadn't been taught that silence means no. I tried to shout at him to stop, but my body froze. I couldn't speak or move. That incident destroyed my faith. I followed all the rules of the catechism, and yet I still got burned. I could not change who I am or how God made me, but I could survive by letting go of the church. The primary target of the book ban push these past few months is This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson. I read a 13-page PDF that has been circulating among opponents of the book, and I can say that these snippets were all taken out of context. That book doesn't encourage anyone to do anything, but it does educate. If I had known the things it teaches back then, I could have protected myself. The same homophobia that kept me from reading books like that left me vulnerable instead. Leaving the kids out of it is a recipe for leaving more people like me vulnerable, a recipe for more assaults.
Next, Stephanie Butler would like